Playing the greatest hits of the 80s, 70s and today to planet Earth. Live from the south coast of England, this is Play Radio UK. Warning, the show you're about to listen to may contain strong language and the content might offend. Tommy and Duncan, jovial juxtaposition on playradiouk.com.
Hi, Duncan actually on a family get-together thing that's been in the diary for some time. So no Duncan this evening. Tommy's here. Stuart's here, all right?
Hello, mate. How are you?
You're not well, are you?
Hungover.
Good for you, boy. Good for you. Now, where is this on your 1 to 10 of hang... Because I can do my top 10 hangovers. Is this in your top 10 yet?
7.
Is it number 7?
Yeah. It's just pretty hairy. Yeah.
Your worst hangover?
My worst hangover was a Christmas party at work where I passed out in the middle of Guildford at about 11 o'clock and don't really remember doing very much other than throwing up until about 11 o'clock the next night. So.
How close to Christmas was this?
About a month.
Oh, yeah, that's good. So you got plenty of chance to get over it.
Yeah,
okay, that's pretty good.
That was the worst.
Matt's around this evening, hey?
Hello, good evening.
Your worst hangover?
Probably from my old nightclubbing days. Waking up the next morning, having a conversation with the wall, opening my eyes, and there's a wall, and I was obviously in the middle of dreaming a conversation, and that freaked me out for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Not very good.
Has anybody ever here woken up and wondered who that is in the bed next to you?
No.
To me a couple of times.
Never.
Couple of times. You get really hammered and you don't remember coming home, you don't remember going to bed, but you wake up and there's a headache and you can tell that there's somebody else in the bed. And all you're doing is you go, don't be a man. You're lying again. Don't be a man. And then you're thinking, if it is a man, okay, what's worst? If he's extremely camply gay, or if he's extremely butchly butch?
Well, I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? No.
If he's extremely butch, there's a chance you might have just shared a bed.
Yeah, but I don't like doing that anyway. Have you ever shared when was the last time you shared a bed with a bloke?
Yeah, a long time
About
ago.
3 months ago, I think.
What happened?
I worked for Miss England, the beauty pageant, and the Miss England finals were in Leicester, and I didn't have a hotel room because at the time I was living in Leicester, and a friend of mine did have a hotel room, and we got very drunk and I couldn't drive home, so the only place really to sleep was in his hotel room, and I woke up in his bed.
So, what, in a double bed?
Yes.
The pair of you in a double bed?
Yes.
You woke up?
Yes, top to tail.
Did you top and tail? Oh.
Luckily. Well, that's how I woke up anyway. I don't remember going to bed. Yeah.
That's worse.
I don't know, is it?
It is, I don't know. It's odd. Women do it. They love it.
Yeah.
My wife still does it. She still says, I'm staying over at Pat's, female, and I say, cool. And I said, what, are you sleeping on the sofa? She goes, no, because her husband's away, we'll go to bed together. Cool. I think, dude,
But we don't have sleepovers. Men don't have sleepovers when we're younger, do we? They all have the pyjama party thing where, they have like 10 people in one bed, which they've sort of makeshift bed on the floor and that. So the girls they grow up with that, don't they?
Sorry, I'm just...
Yeah, envisaging sleepovers.
I'm working... Years ago, I went out with a really lovely-looking girl. She was Italian, and her best friend was a very lovely-looking 6'2" Spanish girl, really proud-looking. And my girlfriend came up to me at a party, and she just said, would you mind if I went to bed with Carmina? Yeah. That's that kind of... Okay, do you feel jealous if your girlfriend wants to go to bed with another girl? That was my first kind of thing. I know. And then she said, but we want you to watch.
Hello.
Want me to watch? Okay, yeah. And so I'm thinking, okay. And Carmina's girlfriend was a cameraman called Ray. And so I went, okay. And she said, and Carmina wants Ray to watch as well. And that was where I went, no. I can't do that.
It was all very inviting up until that point, right?
Well, it was. It was. But I don't know. I'd find any man in the same room if I'm thinking romantic thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not.
What did they expect you two to do while you were watching?
I don't know. I don't know what the...
You're right over there, mate.
There was a... There was a wanking joke in my racing post. I bought a racing post to go to Goodwood, Okay, and Sir Clement Freud written a column in the Racing Post. He's a very erudite man about horses. He used to be a Liberal MP, very famous. I think he's grandson of Sigmund Freud, major character.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and he wrote this column, and it was all about some sort of aspect, intricate aspect of horse racing. And then right at the very bottom of it, and I suspect the editor didn't even check the copy, he wrote this. He said, a man goes to have a medical because he's not feeling very well, and the nurse eventually says to him, Mr. Jones, you're going to have to stop wanking. And he says, if I do, will I feel better? And she says, no, whilst I'm examining you. But it was so out of place to see the word written in an austere newspaper like the Racing Post.
I've never read the Racing Post.
It's a very expensive newspaper.
Right.
Because although the over-the-counter price is at £1.50, I find that every time I go racing and buy one, it costs me a bloody sight more than that. Anyway, good evening at your PC. Whether it is now this Sunday at 6 minutes past the hour, wherever you might be listening to this as it is happening kind of thing, or if you're on a podcast, hi, or if you're watching YouTube, hola.
Hello.
Tonight, we, as a result of something that we were talking about towards the end of last week's show, we're going to be looking for what we consider to be the best letter to Viz magazine, which, if you're not British, how would you describe it, Stuart?
It's very non-PC satirical humour.
It's based on the old English comics that I don't think they probably have had anywhere else in the world. Beano, Dandy, or are you guys too young to remember those?
Oh, I know the Beano and the Dandy.
Beano
Yeah, Beano and Dandy. I thought they were American.
Beano and Dandy? No.
British.
Very
Right.
British. Lord Snooty and all of that.
Right, I see.
But what Viz did was they put in characters that we just love, like Johnny Fart Pants and the Fat Slags,
Yep.
and it was very non-PC. Language was fierce.
Buster Gonad.
Buster Gonad
Biffa
with
Bacon.
unfeasibly large testicles.
Wheeled him around in a wheelbarrow, didn't he?
I love the use of the word unfeasibly.
They do. They actually use the English language really well in Viz.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's clever. But my favourite bit of Viz, my turn to first bit of Viz is the letters page.
It's great.
And what we've done is we've filleted out a few of our favourite Viz letters. So if you're at your PC and you want to go trawling the net, you can contact us in a variety of ways. But can I focus, first of all, one of the things we do on Saturday, similar to what I used to do on a radio station on called Human Zoo, where instead of if you phone in, you get screen and say what's your point and we'll call you back in 10 minutes. On the Human Zoo, people used to go to air straight away, and they liked that freedom of being able to do what they wanted to do, say what they want to say, the Addams Family, and we're going to keep it going on a Sunday here. So I'll do the number. If you'd like to call, it's 01243 55 60 60. 01243 55 60 60. That's the phone number for Human Zoo calls.
Yep.
What else we got? Texting. Shall I do these?
Yeah,
No,
go
you
on
didn't.
then. All right. 82820, start your message with Play Radio, and that'll get through onto us. Studio at playradiouk.com on the email. And if you're on Skype and you want to add us, it's play.radio.uk.
Yeah, and we like Skype as well. What have we got tonight? Well, besides the Viz letters, we'll be looking for our favourite three, I think, and I think I've got one that's going to get in the top three. Around about 8:30, we're handing over to John Wright, who, if you have heard some of our earlier efforts, you'll know John Wright is an American talk radio broadcaster in the States, and he likes what we're getting up to at Play Radio. We're going to hand over to him for 10 or 15 minutes just to hear what it sounds like having a show hosted live from the United States. John, during the week, was talking to somebody really interesting about some strange aspect of computers, and I think his plan is to play us a couple of little clips from that, and then we can all kind of like put our heads together about what this guy's on about. Mm-hmm. Around about an hour and a quarter in, we're going to be meeting the British Riley Martin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if you were listening a couple of weeks ago, you'll have heard Riley Martin fall out with Duncan Barkis. Big time. Big time. That was good.
You, sir, are a roach.
Yes.
Insult to the Queen.
Riley Martin said, you're a disgrace to your queen. and Duncan held his own. But Hilary Gough is a lady who lives in the very normal south of England. That's not to say Riley lives in an abnormal part of the United